Hello guys, and welcome to the show. Today is February 8th, 2019, a Friday. Now listen, Brexit, I'm going to give it odds of what I think it actually coming to a hard Brexit. I'm going to say right now, looking at the news, I don't see really they've found any way out of it, and I'm going to give it the odds of 80% of actually happening. Okay? So now I want to talk about your money. Because I'll tell you, a lot of you people in Great Britain and the United Kingdom, you're thinking to yourself, hey, you know what? The sky's going to fall when the Brexit comes. Well, that's not what you're going to see happen. You get March ends, 29th of March, 30th of March, and you move into the next month. And nothing's going to happen. You're going to step out of your house and go out, and there's going to be nothing different. You're not going to see anything different at first. This is what it's going to be like. The hard Brexit's going to come and it's going to go, and you're not going to see anything different than normal. Except what's going to happen a few months later, as it progresses, you're going to see food prices start to go up. You're going to see rent start to go up. You're going to see the price of everything start to go up. That's going to be the effect, but it's going to take a few months for it to occur. And I'm going to predict that within probably anywhere between 12 and 36 months out after it occurs, you could see as much as a 50% reduction in the purchasing power of the pound. Okay? That's what I think is going to be the result. But there's going to be another side effect. I believe that on March 29th, it's very possible now, I'm giving it an 80% chance of happening, that this is going to be the start of a worldwide global recession. This is going to trigger it. It's been ready to happen, and we're overdue for a recession. This is going to be, I think, the start of the recession. This is what's going to bring it on. It's going to cause it. And right now, I've been through the news, scouring the news on Brexit. And I don't see that they're really finding any options other than a hard Brexit. So I'm giving it an 80% chance of happening. And with that 80% chance of happening, it could tip the world very easily into a global recession. So I think that's going to be the result. So let's get in here and let's open the charts and take a look at what's going on here. Let's start the charts right here and take a look. They're making contingency plans. I'm here at Zero Hedge. And they've got, Britain is making contingency plans. They got one plan called Project After. And it's after Brexit, right? Project After. And they are trying to come up with options that could bring things better from this economically counterproductive measure of the Brexit. And they're talking about using demand-side stimulus, but demand-side stimulus would cause inflation, and this is the outcome, see. And another plan that they have is Operation Yellowhammer, and basically what they're talking about is turning Britain into like a Singapore, sort of thing, where they're going to deregulate everything and deregulate environmental standards and everything else, and labor laws, reform labor laws and everything else. They're worried. They're worried. That's why they're coming up with these plans. Let's switch over here and take a look here at another thing. May and Juncker. They've had meetings together. This picture's very telling to me. Look at May's eyes. She's looking at Juncker. And look at his face. Just look carefully at his face. That face is a face of a man that plans on giving nothing away. He's like, here, take it. Here's my hand. Now go home. That's what I see, And she's like, I'm not satisfied. I am not satisfied at all. And it's just like, they're not. This is formality. He's putting his hand out in formality, but it's not. It's nothing's going good there. This whole thing is no breakthroughs whatsoever. It says no breakthrough. There is not much time left. Britain wants to leave the EU at the end of March. This is confirmed by British Prime Minister during talks in Brussels. The negotiations are tough, but there are cautious suggestions for an end to the stalemate. I don't think there's any end to the stalemate. This thing's deadlocked. This thing's deadlocked as far as I can see. Now maybe they can slither out. Maybe they can find some sort of a loophole or something, but that's why I'm giving it a 20% chance of not having a Brexit on the 29th of March, but I'm giving it an 80% chance of happening, at this point. That's the way I see it, and I give it a 20% chance of not happening, that they can find some sort of an option. But it's looking less and less likely because we don't see any options here. I don't see any options, do you? I mean, if you live in Great Britain right now, you've probably been looking through the news just like me, and you don't see anything happening with this. So, what's your options? You got to think about your options. Now, this is not financial advice, not financial advice at all. But just think about this. What I'm going to tell you right now. If you live in Great Britain, not financial advice, but just think about it for a minute. Silver is roughly 15 bucks, give or take. Right? Now, if the British pound gets cut in half in its purchasing power, okay, and say you bought a bit of silver right now at $15, if the British pound gets cut in half in its purchasing power, that would mean $7.50 silver. Just think about that for a minute. Do you really believe that silver is going to go to $7.50 in the next 2 years? Okay? But if the British pound very well could get cut in half by this. And so that's just some food for thought, right? If you live in Great Britain right now. In other words, you could hedge your bets by investing in silver, and 2 years from now you'd still retain your purchasing power, or a good chunk of it, even if silver went down to $10 in the next 2 years. If the British pound gets cut in half, you're still going to come out ahead. And that's not financial advice, but that's just basically using your noggin, using your head about this. So now let's take a look at the silver price. Today she's up 3 cents. She's sitting at $15.75, and of course she's moving downwards now, but she's right in the middle of her range, basically around $15.70. Let's take a look at gold. Gold, $1,312, is up $3 today, and it's on the high side of its range, of the range it's set for itself. The range it's set for itself is probably around 1308 right now. That's the center of the range. It's been going between 1315 and around 1302. It's been squiggly line in between those two margins, and it's center of that's around 1308. Let's take a look at cryptocurrency today and see what it's doing. We're at Bitcoin Wisdom right now, and we're looking at the 30-minute chart, and she's shooting upwards right now. Let's go into a closer look. Let's go to the 5-minute chart, and we can see that the price is shooting upwards right now. It's at $3,406.18, and it's been going up this morning, and we've been gaining cryptocurrency market capitalization. We're going to take a look at coin market cap, and we do see we've gained a couple $billion in market cap. We're up to 114,396,000,000, and it's Bitcoin dominance is at 53%, and we see the coins shooting up in price. Let me see, Litecoin is in the 4th position right now. Look at that. She really shot up, $37.78. I'm going to tell you, that's what I've been saying. Litecoin is the right coin. She's in 4th place. And I'm going to tell you what. I don't know for sure, but I just love Litecoins. I love Litecoins. I've always loved them. And she's shooting up. And I could see sometime in the future Litecoin could be worth 25% of a Bitcoin. Quite seriously. I wouldn't surprise me. And by that time, Litecoin is worth 25% of a Bitcoin. Bitcoin being as digital gold, we could be looking at a very expensive Bitcoin indeed. Now let's take a look at the Dow Jones today. Looks like she, just a second, let me refresh the page to make sure we got the right. She's down 132 today. And I don't really see today as being an up day. In fact, I see it dropping off more as the day progresses. I could see it down at 300 points maybe before the day's over. And really, considering the conditions in the world right now, this Dow Jones could start sliding back down again. I think that the plunge protection team came in and helped some. I'm suspicious anyway. I don't know for sure. Maybe they didn't, but the president said they were going to, you know, and he said there's 6 banks ready to loan money in there, and it's going to be on somebody's balance book. If they did help the market for this last rally upwards, it's going to have to be on some balance book. I mean, you know, you just can't have money without some going on some balance book. Okay, $52.81 for sweet light crude. We're up 17. We're up 17 cents on the day, up 0.32%. So $52.81 for crude. So crude's up just a little bit. Let's take a look at bonds and rates. What we're looking at bonds and rates is we're looking at falling yield curves. We're looking at falling. A whole yield curve's falling except for the short end. What this means is it means that the yield curve's flattening, starting to flatten, and it looks awfully flat between the 3-month, 2-year, and 5-year. Looks awfully flat. They're all at 2.4%, but it's just barely. The 5-year is only barely marginally higher than the 3-month. And I mean the 3 months going up and the 5 years going down. So we got a flattening yield curve here right now. It's happening. Let's take a look here at U.S. dollar index. 96.51. It's fallen today, but it's kind of buoying along a little bit. It's not really falling that much. I haven't checked Deutsche Bank today. They were falling off the last few days. But they were still in the €7 range, you know, and I haven't checked them today. I probably should. You gotta keep your eye on Deutsche Bank. You know why? Deutsche Bank is sneaking up on us. One of these days we're going to look at it. It's going to be the top story in the news. Deutsche Bank collapses. You know, I mean, it's sneaking up on us. It's one of those things where she's taken forever, but when she finally slides off into the ocean, she's going to slide, you know. Listen, thank you guys for listening to this market report, and we'll catch you again very soon. Bye-bye for now, guys.